Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Aloe, and we're back with another tier list video, guys. We're gonna be ranking all the new units in the Hunter x Hunter update. Before we do, I'm doing a VIP giveaway, guys. So if you need VIP, I'm gonna be giving that away. All we need to do is hit 2K likes, guys. All right. And if you guys want to enter, all right, all you guys have to do is like, subscribe, and comment. All right, let's go hop on in the tier list, boys. All right, here we go. So we got a ton of new units, guys. We got 7 new units, man. Now, not all of these have dropped yet, so we'll be taking some educated guesses. Now, we do actually know Gon's stats, so those have been shown. So I'll be able to talk about him a little bit as well. So let's go start it off, guys. All right, here. So we'll start off with the 2 units we know. So actually, both of the new units are actually going to be in the S tier, all right? So Killua is going to be in the S tier. The reason being is he has a stun effect, and any unit that stuns is instantly pretty much in the S tier, depending on what leaderboard it is. So he may not be good against the newer maps that have air units, but other than that, should be pretty good. Now, I don't know how to pronounce this person's name, but it's like Pito or something. I don't know, man. But this one is really good. Has really, really good DPS. And the nice thing about it is it does have that bleed effect. So that basically means that you no longer need Josu or whatever. So that's pushing this unit back down a tier. So now you don't want to use Juzo anymore. You want to use this person instead. Just more DPS, and still has that same bleed effect. All right, let's move on to Katakuri, guys. There is still no units, I think, that replace Katakuri. So you really want to get Katakuri still. However, watch out, because I feel like they're probably going to take it out of the meta, just like how they took out some of the older units out of the meta. All right, Dio. Dio is technically no longer meta. You might as well use Killua for his increased DPS. I believe they both have the same frozen effect. All right. Irwin. The reason he is meta is for buff. So I'm going to actually add another tier. I know a lot of people get confused. So I'm going to add a tier right here, guys. We're going to call this, guys, the tier S supports. All right, so this is the support tier. A lot of people got mad in my last video because they're like, this unit's damage trash. How is it in the S tier? I'm like, the reason being is it's for leaderboards. So, all right, so I'm going to put units here that are for the leaderboards, but they're here for the supports, not for the damage, all right? So they're still just as good as the S units, but they're support units versus damage units. All right, next up we got Blackbeard. Blackbeard, I mean, is technically S tier for support. But he's only good if you're running quads, though. If you're running trios, maybe you want to use him. Duos, but solos, definitely not. All right, Tartara is okay. Sakura, I don't recommend. Lelouch is more of a support unit. It has that really nice ability. So I'll put it in the S tier for support. I believe people aren't using Lelouch for his damage anymore. But still pretty good. Ulakora has decent damage, but I don't think it's the best damage unit in the game. All right, Kisuki has good damage, but it's also like Irwin, but for buffing range. So really good unit there. Eisen also has decent damage, but what makes Eisen useful is his ability, which protects enemies from hitting your base, which is actually very, very, very OP ability. We got a ton of support units here, guys. All right, Shanks is also a meta support unit. All right, we have a ton of units with like different random like stun effects or damage buffs. So we have yeah. So I'll group them together. These guys are the damage, the buffs units, and these guys are the stun units. All right, next up we got All Might. Now All Might again does not have the greatest damage in the world, but he does have that knockback effect, putting him in S tier for supports. Really, really good. Kilowatt's S tier because of his ability to stun units. Send in the chat. All right, next up we got Levi. Levi is very good at killing air units, but I'm not quite sure we're gonna put him in the meta though. He's close to meta, but I don't think he's quite there yet. All right, Eda, One Eye. If you're doing any of the early, I'll show you. If you're doing any of the early leaderboard maps, you really, 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 really want to be using so like I'll show you real quick. So if you're doing like Planet Namek, the District, Snowy Town, Hidden Village, maybe even Marines Ford, you're going to want to bring Edo. That's the best. Also, yeah, also, guys, I'm only talking about the evolution units, okay? So I'm not ranking, like, not evolved versus evolved. That's something completely... I'll do that in a different video. All right, Akkano, he's just not the greatest, but he does hit airs. Bulma is a support unit, but very good for money. Arma, one of the highest DPS units in the game. It might be outclassed soon. You want to use him for the higher maps, and you want to use Edda for the other maps. All right, next up, we have Gon. Gon has some crazy DPS. I'm going to have to do some tests with him, though, first. So he's kind of like somewhere in between the question mark tier and the S tier. So I'm going to put him like right here, guys. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be meta just from the leak stats I've seen, but they're not 1000% confirmed. So he's very close. All right, next up, we got Broly. Broly, unfortunately, I might move him down to like the A tier. We might have to break up the A tier a little bit, but yeah. He's just not the greatest DPS, even though his like AoE is pretty massive. All right, Coyote Stark is really good for DPS. Also, it has like an Irwin effect too, with like the wolves it spawns. Very recommended. Naruto Beast Cloak, please don't get this unit. Speedwagon is a decent money unit. We'll give it A tier. This is Akaza is decent. Blue Devil is kind of decent too. Solid B tier. Rengoku, again, solid A tier maybe. Nothing too crazy. Actually, this is probably isn't even fair. We probably should adjust this a little bit. Let me fix this. I'm going to actually bump some of these guys down. I think this is way more fair. Yeah, I think we're going to bump this down. Yeah, this is way more fair. Madara, guys. Please don't get Madara. Don't get Madara, please. A Whitebeard. I'm going to drop Whitebeard in the A tier. He technically could be a support unit, but his knockback has such a long cooldown. I don't know if I can even recommend it. Eren Founder is a weird unit. I feel like right now he's A tier, but he could definitely move up. He does a ton of damage, but the problem with him is he just costs way too much money. All right, Demon Cloak is not good. D tier. Most of these guys go in the D tier. This guy has a time stop ability, which is half decent, so he goes there. Knockback, technically puts him there. Rimjaw, decent, but not the greatest. So most of these legendaries are just going to stay here. Now, Rukia is up there with Dio. She has full AoE time stop, but Dio doesn't. But I think Dio might have the edge on DPS, so it's close. All right, Ichigo's Secret, not really the greatest unit. This person has bleed, so if you can't get Juzo, maybe you want to get this guy. That's why I'll put him up there. Nah, don't really recommend this guy. Yeah, most of these units are pretty bad. Diavolo, he has decent DPS, but he's single target, which kind of sucks. Eryu, I'll put Eryu in the S tier. He's like the best air unit, I think, right now in the game. Armin, I think he might hit airs. So that's something I'm not 100% sure on. But if he does hit airs, you know what? We'll put him in B. You know what? I'll give him a chance. I'll put him in B. No, I'll put him in C tier. No, you don't get him. This guy, and then don't get those units. They're all pretty bad guys. Most of the legends don't even compare. So yeah, the legends aren't ranked in order. Yeah, none of this is listed in order, guys, just so you guys know. Yeah, none of the list is in order. Now, as far as the new units go, most of these guys are question marks. So we'll put them in the question marks here. However, like, the ones we do know yet right now, these two guys are going to be really good, all right? I already saw their DPS. It's pretty insane. So I honestly might just move these guys up in the S tier already. But the rest of these, we don't quite know yet. So make sure you guys go subscribe to my channel, and so you guys can see what they how good they are when they drop. Also, make sure you guys don't forget to enter the VIP giveaway at 2K likes. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, then comment down your Roblox username to enter.